I, 21F, am currently in a long-distance relationship with my boyfriend, 21M, because we're attending different colleges. This morning, I asked him what time I should call him in the evening, and he said he had plans to meet someone. I asked who, and he replied, an old friend. I then asked, oh, from school? He told me, no, she's a family friend. I said okay and didn't think anything of it. My boyfriend often has solo outings with his female friends, where he hangs out with them one-on-one, so I didn't think anything of it. I've never had any problems with it before because I'm not a jealous person, and I trusted him. But now, I'm rethinking that. A few hours ago, I was scrolling on Instagram and switched over to my photography account when I noticed my boyfriend had posted a story. I opened it, and it was a repost of a picture of him sitting in some restaurant drinking a milkshake, with a caption "Milkshake Stealer." I saw the account that posted it, and it was the girl who bullied me all throughout middle and high school. I literally had a panic attack after seeing that. I'm still in shock. Also, for context, I've been dating my boyfriend since senior year of high school. When we started dating, the bullying stopped because he was kind of the popular guy, and I was dating him. He knew of her but wasn't friends with her. I told him about the bullying, and he even joked once that he saved me from her. So he knows what she's done to me and how I almost landed in the psych ward because of this girl, and he still lied to me about meeting her. When I switched back to my main account, I noticed he had blocked me from his story, but he probably forgot to block my photography account, and that's why I saw it. I haven't confronted him about it because he's asleep, but I'm feeling so betrayed and hurt right now that I can't even type properly because I'm shaking. I don't know what to think. I don't know if I'm more upset about him hanging out with her or keeping it from me, or both. I usually pride myself on being a chill girlfriend despite my insecurities, but I'm really upset right now. Update 1. Hi everyone, currently writing this after crying for an hour straight, but I did break up with him. Also, thank you to everyone who left supportive and kind messages. I'm truly so grateful. I would not have been able to break up with him if I didn't have so many people backing me up. I ended up pulling an all-nighter because of anxiety and decided to call him immediately after he woke up. This is how the conversation went. I asked him if he had blocked me from his story, and he denied it. So, I told him I saw it from my second account, and he went silent. Then he asked me if I was mad at him. If I hadn't posted here and gotten feedback from all of you, I would have probably downplayed it, but I was firm with him. I said, of course I was mad. What did you think? You're hanging out with someone who ruined my life. He said, you're twisting it way out of proportion. This is why I didn't want to tell you. I asked how, and he said he was just meeting someone who asked to meet up because she was in the area and he couldn't say no. When he was justifying meeting up with her, his reason was that he befriends everyone, so it's not exclusive to her. And he also told me, she seems like she's a changed person. We kept arguing back and forth, and I noticed he kept gaslighting me more now. Finally, I told him that he broke my trust and betrayed me, and I want to break up. I was expecting him to be mad, but he said, if that's what you want. That just made me cry more, and I asked, do you not care about me at all? He said, I do, but not when you're disrespecting me like this. He also got mad at me for confronting him straight after he woke up, but I really couldn't wait because the anxiety was eating me up. I think what he said at the end that stung the most was, don't dump your insecurities onto me, I'm not your therapist. He has said this before as well, when I've tried to talk about issues in our relationship, where he's told me not to come to him for that. I was like, who else do I talk to about my relationship problems other than the guy I'm dating? He said, I don't know, but not me, go to a therapist. That never made sense to me, but I believed him because I didn't want to lose him. In the beginning of the relationship, he would be there for me when I was anxious or depressed, but in the past year and a half, every time I'm down, he tells me not to come to him. Is that normal? I know he was not my therapist, and I wouldn't dump my problems on him, but I just wanted some support. Anyway, I don't want to make this long. If you want specifics of the conversation, I can write them in the comments. I'm still nauseous and shaking, so I'm having a hard time typing this, sorry if it's a bit messy. He was so mean to me just now that, even though I'm grieving the relationship, I'm glad I broke up with him. I don't think I want to be with someone who's so mean to me after all the bullying I've endured in my life. Also, if any of you are worried about me, please don't be. I'm at home right now, thankfully, and my mom is helping me. Thank you again for being so supportive, you all are amazing. Edit. I hadn't blocked him yet, but he just blocked me on all socials. Edit. He just unblocked me and started calling me on Instagram when he realized I blocked his number. I finally blocked him back. I'm feeling really anxious and overwhelmed, but I think I've made the right decision. Update 2. Hey y'all, I wasn't planning on writing this update, but a couple of days ago I got a call from a random number, and it was my ex, who was calling from his friend's phone. I had a full-blown panic attack when I realized it was him, but he convinced me to stay on call to talk. I kinda wish I hadn't, but I'm also glad I did because now I'm more confident that I made the right decision to break up with him. Honestly, the whole conversation was a bit of a roller coaster. He started by apologizing and telling me he would do anything to fix his mistake. I told him I'm not taking him back, and he asked why. I said he betrayed me and also reminded him of all his bad behaviors throughout our relationship. He just kept justifying himself. Then, I accused him of cheating on me with my bully. He got super mad and denied the cheating, saying they were just hanging out as friends, but he hid me from the story because he knew I'd get upset. I told him that didn't make sense, and either way, he probably cheated on me with other girls as well. He said, "Well, you could have cheated on me too, how would I know?" I said, "How would that make sense when I literally mostly talked to him?" Then he said that we should forgive each other because I've also hurt him. I was a little baffled. Then he had the audacity to say, "I'm going to give you one last chance to fix this mistake." I asked, "What mistake?" He said, "This breakup." I'm not gonna lie, that just made me laugh, and I think me laughing made him mad because he started calling me a fking BTCH and asked me if I was a psycho. In that moment, I was honestly taken aback and hurt by his behavior, but I was feeling glad that I had broken up with him. Anyway, after that, I told him not to call me again or even visit me, or I'd get a restraining order, which I was mostly exaggerating about, and he said, "Yeah, you really are a psycho." Then he told me that he had slept with someone after I broke up with him, and I asked him what the point of telling me that was. He said, "Just thought you should know." Then he asked me if I did anything like that, and I said obviously not. I almost told him I was hurting, but that would only give him more power, so I didn't. I don't even know if he was lying or not, but if he wasn't, then the fact that he went and smashed with someone so easily just proves that he had probably done that during our relationship as well. Anyway, I told him he can do whatever he wants because I didn't care anymore. Then he was like, "Oh, I get it, you broke up with me because you're not in love with me anymore, but you're putting the blame on me. You're a real piece of work." I was too tired to justify myself again, so I told him he can think whatever he wants. Now I'm kinda regretting that, but whatever. Then he told me to FCK off and ended the call. Then I blocked the number. Not gonna lie, that conversation absolutely drained me, and I've been feeling drained since then. But good news, I do have a therapist consultation this coming Thursday, so I will get better. Thank you again for all the support. I realized he's really good at gaslighting me because if I would have had this conversation without all the support and validation I've gotten online, I probably would have believed everything he said. I really hope he doesn't try to contact me again. I'm low-key scared of him now. He's absolutely not who I thought he was.